Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, and you're watching Ask Jeff, a YouTube channel created for you if you're an entrepreneur. We like to say that we're educating, empowering, and encouraging entrepreneurs. Hopefully that's you. Well, listen, if you have a question for me, don't forget to send it to ask@jeffludy.com. Maybe we'll feature you in one of our videos. Today, I want to talk to you about how to properly ask for the business. There's a lot of ways to ask for business. Some of them might sound pushy. Others are just passive. I've seen a lot of people who are in sales who just won't ask for the business. They'll spend lots and lots of work getting the client to the very edge of closing, and then they just don't have the courage to ask for the business. So I want to talk to you about that. Now, here's what you should know. Whether you're in sales, like in-home sales or in a showroom sales, or you're selling advertising or something like that, you have got to understand that it is a process, right? Zig Ziglar says that if people like you, they will listen to you. But if they trust you, they will do business with you. And ultimately the goal, if you're selling a product or service, is to have someone decide to go ahead and make a purchase, make a decision, sign up for a subscription, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So I've heard some people say, especially in my industry, which is home improvement, we sell windows and doors. I've heard some people say, and they train you to do this, to actually put down little yeses all along the way. Let me give you an example of that. Let's say I'm talking to you about windows. You'd say, Mr. Homeowner, do you feel like energy savings is important to you? Yes. Okay. And Mr. Homeowner, would you agree that the cost of energy continues to go up every year? Yes. Mr. Homeowner, would you agree? And they go down this line of questioning. Now, they don't do it quite so obvious, right? But that's kind of what they're doing. And they're talking about Jack and the beanstalk, right? Was that Jack and the beanstalk where they tied down the giant with all the little ropes, right? All the little strings? No, that wasn't it? Okay, well, you know which one I'm talking about. And basically, that's the idea, right? Tie them down with 100 yeses. How can they say no at the end? Because if they do say no, you can say, well then, Mr. Homeowner, didn't you tell me earlier that energy savings was important to you? What's changed, right? And I hate that. So instead, I think what you do is you build trust by having the solution that they need, letting them know that you can execute the solution properly, letting them know what might happen if there's a disagreement or a conflict or a problem, so that they can feel the confidence that they need in order to choose you for the project or for the service that you are offering. I'll tell you a quick story. We sell windows and doors, as I mentioned, and we had a guy one time who we sold him about $70,000 worth of windows. He lives on a beautiful lake nearby. These really big, beautiful windows. And you know what happened? Unfortunately, a couple of months later, when a big rainstorm came in, almost all of those windows leaked. We were perplexed by it. We were baffled by it. So we went out there and looked with our manufacturer's service department, the people who made the windows, and we determined that the windows had been made wrong. There's supposed to be some sealant in the corners, and the sealant never got in there. Something went wrong. Well, of course, the manufacturer had to replace all the windows. We came out and took them all out, put the new ones in. But the homeowner said to me after this had all concluded, he said, Jeff, I'm so glad we chose you. In fact, we had several other quotes from different companies, and it turns out you were on the very high end. Not the highest, but you were towards the high end of what you were charging. But my wife and I were sitting out there before we made a decision on the patio, looking at the lake, drinking a glass of wine. And I said to my wife, honey, if anything went wrong with this window project, which of these companies do you feel would be most likely to fix things? And he said, we both agreed. Jeff, Houston Window Experts. And that's why we chose you. And we're so glad we did, because something went wrong. So people have to buy because they feel like they trust you. They have to have confidence in what you're doing. Being snazzy and using all the right words may not do it. But here's where most window people or housing improvement people or advertising people fail. They do all those things right, and they get to the very end and they don't ask for the business. So let me tell you something that we have learned, that asks the question without being too obvious. Instead of saying, what's going to take to get you in this window tonight, right? Some of that used car salesman stuff. Instead, we've kind of worked on a sentence that sounds like this. Tom, can you see any reason why you wouldn't want to work with us? I'll say it again. Can you see any reason why you wouldn't want to work with us? And if they have an objection, that's a soft way to get the answer. Yeah, I think I need to tweak the whole idea about podcast versus broadcast. Maybe it's a question about, well, I don't know about your timing on this, or maybe it's a thing where they need to work out something on their end, not your end. But instead of saying, can we do business today? I like the idea of saying, can you see any reason why you wouldn't want to work with us? Well, anyways, I hope that's been helpful to you. By the way, while you're here, can you see any reason why you wouldn't want to subscribe and smash the like button? I think it would be a great thing for you and a great thing for me. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.